Good day YouTubers, and thank you for tuning in to today's video on YouTube. And all up, I've spent more than 20 hours producing this video, and I wasn't really even kidding. And that's because I've actually decided to give this video a bit more time before I could straightforward produce this whole video all over again. So the subject we're going to be talking about is Dudley Zoo, and it's not the place that you're seeing on screen right now because I'm actually feeding the seagulls at the Neverton Reservoir. And I might as well spell a title of how it's being spelled, despite my very poor English. But anyways, of course I'll be going up towards Dudley Zoo, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna rock really hard, because I'll tell you what, this will be a far cry than what I did back then in Malaysia, since I saw so many different zoo animals in that place. Okay, as I'm basically feeding the birds. Right now you're watching on screen, this video was shot way before half term, and mind you, the weather outside during half term has not been so kind. Okay, for this very special premiere of my trip to Dudley Zoo, let's see what animals are in show and tell.
Oh look, one of the meerkats. Oh look, there's another one right here. These two look like they want to have a bit of fun. I mean, it's more like they want to be presented on camera, because my screen's wider. This guy's like, what the hell are you on about? Oh, it's so cute. Oh my gosh, I've seen so many meerkats before. Oh, they're very cute. Pretty chubby on the backside. Oh my gosh. They look so cute and adorable. That's so cute. Oh. Why are they on their own troop? Ain't supposed to be one of them? Is this guy supposed to be Timon or the commander of the meerkat? I don't know. Could be one of the commander of the meerkat guys. Or it could be Timon. Where's Pumbaa when you really need him? Oh look, they can do like a little posture. Look what they can say. And there's one that's actually right in front of me. There you go. That's so cute. Got a few meerkats around here. Do you think I can keep them as a pet? No. Most likely no. But they are so cute. They're very much happier in that kind of habitat. Pretty small. And right next to the meerkat, we've got sheep. I was going to think goats, but they're actually sheep. But the ones I'm more attracted to are the meerkats. They deserve so much great attention, you see. I heard there's tigers, but we'll get to the tigers real soon, because I can assure you these meerkats are so cute. Aww, it's just so lovely. I can't keep my eyes off seeing meerkats like that. They always keep on moving. And there's one that looks like that's foraging. Right on the undergrowth of where the rocks are. Is that supposed to be their den or whatever? Oh no, I thought there was going to be some sort of territorial fight going on here. Maybe they're just straightforward, like catching up with their mates and see what they're up to. Okay, the first two we've got some kookaburras. If I'm okay. Sound, they would probably laugh back at me, but I don't think they will. And we've also got a Himalayan mono. The bird that looks like from... Is it Kevin from Up? That's what I'm guessing. I wish they could laugh, but I don't think they're doing their little laughter sounds. And this one there looks like it's sleeping on the right. But that there on the left looks white. And then we've also got... Is that a peahen? That's quite interesting. Where's the peacock? I can't see the male. Usually they seem to be very free roaming. Honestly, it would have been so much better if it was like Zoo Negara in Malaysia. Do you prefer the zoo over Zoo Negara, or do you prefer Zoo Negara? Please tell me. Okay, next exhibit. Whoa, pretty dangerous that one. Better watch my step here, because it's quite a very dangerous exhibit. Not only we've got a snow leopard inside, I can't see it, but yeah, I don't see a snow leopard right here. But also those pathways here, they're relatively dangerous. I don't think I can really see the snow leopard. Bit strange, I don't know where to look. It could be anywhere. Okay, we've got an armadillo inside, but it's a totally different specimen of armadillo. Oh, it's a 6-banded armadillo. I thought it was a 3-banded one. Like the ones that you sort of see rolling them into a ball. Bit different. Oh, there's my torso. Right inside this exhibit, we've got an Arctic fox. Oh, can you see it? It's actually moving. And look at the fur. It's actually shading from like white to grey, because obviously we're coming up towards summertime. Oh, that's beautiful. You can't really see it closely because of those damn fences. But this is just me having a look at it. If I go a little bit sideways, maybe I'll get a better view of it. There's its head. Ah, that's cute. I don't know if there's any more Arctic foxes. There were some pups, as I heard from previous newsletters from the zoo itself. But that's only just... I can't see any other Arctic foxes. I think there's only one here, isn't it? Only one Arctic fox. Oh, so lonely. But he doesn't mind. Where's that she? You can just see the fur right in the middle, indicating that fox is straight for doing a complete snooze. There we go, we've got some tigers here. I've seen Malaysian tigers, but these ones are from Indonesia. Sumatran tigers. Thank goodness, I'm actually so lucky. Oh, look at this one here, is yawning. One of this one. Oh, wow. I call these harimau because that's where my country has. There you go. And that tiger here looks like it's sleeping. Oh, it's actually resting. And just straightforward. Oh, look at that tiger. It's just yawning. Looks like this one's about to sleep. This one's like grooming. They're not as big. Oh, wonder if they'd like to be captured in footage. I don't know if these two, I have to say, they're a bit smaller than the ones that I saw in Malaysia. The Malayan tiger and the Bengal tiger. I've seen 2 subspecies of them before, and they look fantastic. I might have to take a good... You know what I should do? I should take a good photo and put them up into my computer as my new wallpaper. That would be fantastic. Along with a few tigers that I've taken photographs in Malaysia. You know what I could say about these tigers? Harimau besar bagus. Little do I know that people think I'm actually speaking in a foreign language. But they look majestic, them tigers. If only if I could go back to Malaysia and see them creatures again, that would be fantastic. Wonder if that's going to attract... mind you, if I'm filming tigers here, wonder if that's going to attract more of my Malaysian audience. Who knows, on YouTube. And those are all the tigers here. There you go, we've got the Seep, and then we've also got Joao. Very amazing tigers. Very awesome. I wonder if I can show this to my friends in Malaysia, because although these tigers are from Indonesia, mind you, people from Malaysia are going to be like, wow, this is so bagus. Lovely. It's giving me flashbacks of what I went back to from like last year. They're very amazing creatures.
How many are there? 4. There's not 4, there's 3.
Sorry, but it's disappointing. Oh, there's actually 5. I didn't realize. Oh, no, wait, there's 6. There you go. There's actually quite a bit of bush dog activity. There you go. We've got 6 of these. I've seen them before. They look quite cool. You almost look like a cross between a dog and a weasel whenever I see that. Or possibly an otter. That's what they look like to me. And those big tigers lah, they're so big lah. So big lah. And those bush dogs here, I've no idea what these are. But they are part of the canid family, which in a sense includes all dogs, wolves, foxes. That's what they're called. More pictures of the tigers here. Oh, these are nice pictures I could take pictures of. But I think that's all good, isn't it? And there's the tigers. There's one of them right over here resting. I think comparing to Zoo Nagara, I've seen them before, but these are a different subspecimen. They look lovely. They certainly do. This one's like resting. I think if I remember coming to the zoo, there were some free roaming peacocks, but I don't think I can see them again. Only one of them, of course. And there's more information about harimau. The Malaysian fans are going to really love this. Even though I might also say a bulk of people from Indonesia are also going to love of what they're going to see here. But I do pay huge homage to the Southeast Asian community on my YouTube channel. Bet they're really going to love it. And then those cats there are lynxes. We've actually got two of these. I think there's one here. And there's actually another one right there. I've seen lynxes before. Every time when I go by bus, going past by the nature centre, I see a lot of lynxes. About one or two of them in captivity. They look really, really wonderful. Is this a real lynx or is it just a fake lynx? I've got no idea. Yep, cats do have 9 lives, and this one's straightforward, living with it. Just so beautiful. So miraculous. And as I head portrait of that critter, nice looking puss. How fancy is that? There's a beautiful waterfall right here, and alongside that, we've got a beautiful lynx. How fantastic is that? That's beautiful. It's sort of sad when you see animals being kept in captivity. I've seen that many times. Animals being depressed. But here we go, I'm going to duck down. This is actually a sort of sneakaroonie type pathway. I'm not sure if other zoos have got that. Oh, there's actually about 3. I didn't even know there's a third one right here. I can just see, oh.
It's a lynx, this animal. On the picture, he's up there on the shelf.
There you go, I've actually got about, oh look, I'm pretty sure there's about 6 bush dogs. Maybe they want to go and have a bit of a swim. Anyone ready for a bit of a swim? I'm not sure if they're, okay, come on, get in the water. Oh wait, there's actually about, oh I initially thought 7, there's actually 6. You know what, they're drinking. But they're actually excellent swimmers. As they said right here, because they've got partially whipped feet and sharp claws. Fantastic multi-purpose weasel-like canine. But the looks of them, it actually looks more like a fox. In a sense, it's got its ears trimmed, its tail has been trimmed. It looks so beautiful. Quite feisty as well. I'm not sure if all of them are adults, or there could be cubsters. Fairly interesting, and the sunshine is bouncing back again. Beautiful. I'm almost curious, I wonder how much money do people really have to spend on building exhibits for zoos? As I'm sort of thinking, maybe to build such very elaborate exhibits, who knows? With all that water being spent to make a lot of it, that is just crazy. I can't believe it. Look at all the bush dogs. They're more into the people than it is to the water. Although this one's going for a bit of a drink. But as I said earlier before, they are prolific and excellent swimmers, especially during a hot summer's day. And alongside with the tigers that I got fairly fascinated, we've got some giraffes right here. Sorry if it's out of focus, but hey, we've got some giraffes right here now. Beautiful giraffes. Fairly fantastic. And if you remember on my last zoo video, when I actually went back to Malaysia, if you remember that video that I did, it was one of the first of the few animals that I just saw, or the few zoo animals that I just saw during my trip. Last year, back in November, or was it December? I can't really remember actually. Fairly fantastic and majestic creatures. They really do seem to resemble of what dinosaurs used to be. Man, I could really talk on for ages. They're amazing. Oh, look at that. Look at that pencil neck. It's just straightforward, like grabbing a few leaves out of trees. I mean, they're certainly doing well, even though it's not the same sort of environment as they are in Africa. How fancy is that? And apart from the fancy giraffe house, which is just tall enough for the giraffes, we've also got a couple of red pandas. I'm quite curious of where they are. I wonder where the red panda is. I'll try and do a bit of a sneakeroo. I wonder where that red panda is. Can't see it at the moment, but I do jump out to see where it is. I did see some bits of its fur, but I don't think I can see it clearly. It was right here. I think I can just see a bit of its fur, but not very clearly. I don't see any like movement and stuff. All the giraffes have left the house, but what really caught my eye are those ceiling fans. So, what does that remind you of? Leave in the comments down below. Seeing all them ceiling fans. Wow, I never knew all these very weird facts. Personally, YouTube could be quite pretty much sensitive to this, but hey, that's facts. Oh, we've got some children passing by here. A massive thanks to my dad's sister, who has actually came along and brought me to Zoo Nagara. And also thanks to my dad, who has actually brought me to this amazing Dudley Zoo place. Ooh, next two are very interesting. These ones are Brazilian tapirs. They're a bit different to the ones I've seen in Malaysia, where they've got like black and white on it. They kind of look like pandas, but these ones, they look more like pigs. Very, very weird. And then the other side, can I see some capybaras? No, I don't see any capybara activity. That's a bit strange. Wonder what happened to the capybaras. That's a bit weird, isn't it? Oh, there's actually one there. That's a bit of a shame. I'd like to see more than one capybara. And what's even more funny is, I've seen this before in zoos around the world, and even Malaysia. If I look at this, the pool looks like it's nearly just shrunken. Crazy. And then we've also got some wallabies. Are these kangaroos or these wallabies? I think they're wallabies. They're a bit smaller-ish. Got about 3 wallabies. Quite curious about the wallabies first. Let me just take a look at them. About 5 wallabies. They look very, very cute. It's a different specimen of wallaby. Actually about... Oh yeah, there are about 6 of them. But that's 6 little wallabies here. They're very cute. Got some people from Australia watching this. And that there inside is meant to be a binturong, but the camera seems to have lots and lots of trouble recording here. Oh, I can see its fur on the left. I've seen so many binturongs, but this one's asleep. Crockies, I don't know if I can smell popcorn here. And on the other side here is another big capybara. Not really surprised. This one looks like it's sleeping. And I'm just looking around for anteaters, but sadly I don't see any anteaters at the moment. A bit of a shame actually. But then this side here, we've got what looks like to be Barbary sheep. They look more like goats than sheep whenever I see them critters like that. How very strange. And the fur on it, it looks actually quite relatively, let's just say a bit smallish. And there's a pair of stock doves along with wood pigeons. Very interesting. There you go, we've got a giant anteater. It looks like he's sleeping. That's interesting. I've still got one anteater that's sleeping, but I can't see another one. And right over here is some sort of Jurassic Park themed exhibit, which I might have probably seen this when I went back to Malaysia, but can I see any like cassowaries? Oh, I can see one. There it is. I've seen so many of them before, and they look still pretty terrifying. They look very dinosaurian. Looks like something out of Jurassic Park or Jurassic World. I know there's a film coming about it this year. Wow, look at the size of that thing. It looks like an ostrich or an emu. He's gone very prehistoric. Look how dinosaurian this thing is. The way it moves, it's so reptilian. So ancient. Man, am I seeing a dinosaur inside of it, hey? It's just so beautiful seeing those feathered reptiles millions of years ago. Now that's what we've just seen so far. So much of it looks very prehistoric. And the cassowary is actually sort of coming back. I think I've seen these birds before. Along with the ostrich at Bukit Jelutong and probably other flightless birds. Look at that, it's coming right back at us. Quite awesome. Very dangerous bird to keep. There you go, we've got some dinosaur fossils here. A lot of dinosaur toys right here. And then there's more stuff. Lots of fossils, ferns, everything. Oh look, that's the world's oldest mosquito. That's very old. And then right there, I believe, is some sort of monkey exhibit. And on this aviary here, it looks like we've got a collection of birds right here. It looks like the bird park in Kuala Lumpur. Whenever I see that, I sort of miss Malaysia so much, and that's why I've came here as a bit of a genuine reference from like last year. We've got, is that a minor bird? And that there is a roller ibises. Some people call it an ibis crane. A bit weird, isn't it? But I don't see any other birds right here. What is that? That's a totally different pigeon. Don't know what that one is. Oh, it's a speckled pigeon. Okay, we've got the name right here. Speckled pigeon. Right here. I can just see it from the names of birds. There's actually so many different names, and the camera's playing hard at me. I can't see any other things along here. I didn't know there's actually quite a few other birds that are actually part of the whole aviary here. Lots of different birds in that whole collection, which I don't think I'll be able to find as many birds as I initially thought would be, because it seems like, you know, on a yearly basis, there's so many different bird specimens that have chopped and changed as time just flies by, and there's even more birds. Is that peacock pheasant? That's not so surprising seeing that. And is that another tuaka bird? I thought it was a minor bird when I saw that. I thought of it, whenever I see a bird like that, I think of minor birds. And right down the ground here, I can see possibly one of the, is that one of the pheasants? Oh, I don't know. And wow, can you believe there's a minor bird coming on to feed? Wow, look, it's on the ground now. Very pale, very white in colour. Very beautiful, and there's some children right in the background. Oh look, someone's just peeped out. We've actually got squirrels in the exhibit. Bit funny when you have squirrels right here. I don't know what they're hanging around in that zoo for. Bit strange. Oh yeah, I've seen that before. And the little peacock pheasant. Seen that before. And there you go, we've got, is that a partridge? No wait, is that a pigeon? It almost looks like a partridge, but that's actually a pigeon. Okay, totally different bird. There you go. Sort of beautiful, isn't it? Very interesting. And there's another minor bird. I think there's only two of them. Oh, the cassowary. Very awesome birds. Very prehistoric. And there's its back feathers. Almost looks like hair when I see that. Sort of foraging around for food. Or is it preening? I've got no idea. And the birds are chirping in the background here. Lovely. In fact, they're very, 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 very straightforward. Protective. Because I do know they've got these sort of crests on the top of their head. Ooh, this one's there for the Aussies there. Whoever is going to be relating to the Tasmanian Devil program. This is something interesting. And there's also some information relating to the cassowary. Of course, you don't have to sound like a complete smart aleck, but there's all of the info that you can just see right now. And the cassowary straightforward turned over to its backside and left me all alone. How weird is that? Well, I can just see the same tuaka bird. Look, it's doing some hopping and stuff too. That's beautiful. And it's sort of preening its feathers along the way. Just so fantastic seeing the birds right here. Absolutely amazing. Boo! There you go, there's a sloth here. I'm doing a reference to David Attenborough. Look at their claws, look at the way they actually move, and look at their toes. They actually look like hooks. You know, their claws look a little bit like hooks that you see on maybe like a little flintlock. I don't think it's a flintlock, I'm sorry, but it could be like, could be a peg leg, I'm not quite too sure. Could be some sort of critter with lots and lots of hooks. And actually that looks like a monkey right there. In fact, by the looks of it, seeing all that fur right there, it's actually a female monkey. Oh yes, one of my favourite animals I like to see at the zoo. Otters. Asian small-clawed otters. I've seen them a lot in Malaysia. I've seen so many otters last year. So many, but I don't think I'll be able to see as many this year. They're so cute to look at. But, tell you what, at the same time, it's something that I've already seen before. And there's a big aviary of parrots here. There you go. What does that sort of remind of you? Hello? I'm alright there, mate. Hello? Wonder if one of the parrots can talk to me. Yeah, I'm alright there, mate. Oh, look, these parrots can mate for life. Oh, wow. We've got a green one. A lot of them are scarlet macaws. And there's another one right here. Amazing. I've seen a lot of blue and yellow macaws. And look at the white. Oh, wow. Did you just see that? Seconds ago, did you see that parrot? It just clinged onto a tree branch. How beautiful is that? That's just beautiful. It's just so clever. Very ingenuitive, as I like to describe. And there's a yellow parrot who was landed right there. I think when I went back to Malaysia, I used to remember putting food on my lap and then having the bird landing right next onto my, how do you call it? My little print, little lap and stuff too. Oh yeah, what's even more amazing is that if I can zoom straight forward in, let's go a little bit closer. We've got some lemurs. I think I've already seen so many lemurs, but there you go. Got lemurs at the very distance. It's not a very clear amount of visibility, but I can just see them. And there's one with its tail hanging down through the middle, with people on the foreground and in the background. Maybe I can get a little bit closer, but who knows? I may not to see it because I think I've seen so many lemurs. And there's a big statue of a giant lemur and a baby lemur. How cool is that? I don't have to move it. Sorry for the pun, but that's all I can really see. And I think the first thing before I'm going to the lemur exhibit is I might go get my hands sanitized. Just as I do back in the pandemic. Camera's very shaky, but here we go. Let's go, baby, into the lemur exhibit. Hello. Going into the lemur exhibit for a while here. Thank you very much. I'll just see what I can film. Thank you very much. Right, okay, we've got some black and white ruffed lemurs, ring-tailed lemurs, but I can't see the other lemurs. They look somehow fantastic. And look at the way they just move around. I'm just going to call my dad for a while here. There you go, here's a good closer shot of one of the lemurs here. I don't think you can touch one of these. Oh, look how beautiful they are. It's probably best not to straightforward touch them. They're actually quite very social animals. Wow, look at the tails. It looks like a mix between a squirrel and a monkey whenever I see lemurs like that. All I'm just seeing is clones of King Julian right here. My goodness me. Are these supposed to be the descendants of King Julian or what? Look at them eyes. It's got like a fox's sort of head with a monkey sort of design. It's got a bit of, I can also see a bit of sloth ancestry on the head. And you can definitely see, wow, look at that fur. You can see there's a mix between, there's a bit of brown and a bit of grey. Are you trying to spy my hands or what? And here we go, we've got some otters right there. Here's the other view of it. There were more otters when I was there before, quite a few times. I don't see any lions here, strangely enough. But what really caught my eye is this exhibit right here, which is sort of interesting and is actually home to one animal that I've seen before. And I think, wow, can you believe it? We've got another exhibit right here, but I can't quite recall, but this one's actually quite fairly interesting. This one will be very impressive. Here it comes. Going up the hill what is this? Some sort of ape exhibit or something? Can't see anything right here, but it does look very interesting. And right down there is what I predicted. Yes, you've guessed it. We've got orangutans. I just saw a baby orangutan right here. Oh my goodness, this is actually going to impress the Malaysian people. Oh, who's watching this? Who's watching from Malaysia? Who's watching from the UK? Who's watching around the world? I'm about to see them beautiful orangutans. There we go. Okay, we've actually got some orangutans right here. There's supposed to be is that the male? And is that supposed to be one of its young? Okay, it looks like this one. Wow, that guy looks fat. And this one there, he's straightforward learning. That's very fantastic. If only if I could get the chance to go back to Malaysia. Wow, look at the way they just move. Oh, this is fantastic. Oh man, this is so amazing. Look at the way they just swing, and this one's just straightforward slouching. And there's a female right on the other side here who's decided to walk away. There's actually quite a few orangutans here. I've seen a male or a female. I think it might have been a female that might have been swinging around last year. I mean, but these ones are amazing. There was another male orangutan who sadly passed away, or it could be a female, but there we go. Just so sad when you see animals being stuck in captivity, but at the same time, it's a bit mixed. Looks interesting seeing some orangutans. Very interesting. And there's the other side of it. Just so fantastic. I mean, look at the fur. It's quite a very rufous, reddish-brown colour. Wow, look at that. The way they just move is so uncanny and very human-like. And it's sort of going to go up into the trees where they're actually like, I don't know what it is, but it's more like a climbing frame. And look at all the seagulls. They're all taking over this video. Just so many of them. And this orangutan is about to learn something. Who knows? Learning how to swing is not the hardest thing. A little bit like a magpie who's decided to come along and invite his pigeon friend for a bit of a little, how do you call it, feeding opportunity. And the best part is, don't feed the animals. Thank you. And as I'm climbing up towards this top part of the zoo, we've got some sea lions. But I can't see them. Oh, there's actually one right there. There's only one sea lion right there. How cool is that? And we've got some seagulls. Mine. And there we go, we've got the sea lion right there. It's basically just finding some little bits of fish that's been thrown. Mate, it might have been some sort of sea lion show. I hope it's humane. Unlike the one I saw in Malaysia. It looks like it's the only one already. The only sea lion in this whole exhibit. Bit of a shame, but... Oh! On the other side is a gibbon. Oh my god, I want to check out the gibbon. More so than that sea lion. But that sea lion is more majestic. Who cares? Every animal is good in its own way. In fact, all animals are good. That's what I can really say here, eh? Oh my god, I've actually seen these animals in Malaysia. These are lar gibbons. I've actually seen one of these when I was actually on a boat trip in... Was it at the A Formosa Resort? If you remember that very long video on YouTube. My goodness me, hello. I've seen your relatives in your home country. What do you think? I've only seen one. And I know it's a bit of a shame when animals are taken out of their usual habitat, but these ones there are pretty much learning their ways living here. And alongside that, there's a bird of prey here. Is that a buzzard? I hope this eagle or hawk thing doesn't eat those damn monkeys. No wait, these are apes. Bit different, isn't it? How weird is that? And the sun is shining on me. Crikeys, it must have been pretty hot from that point now. Look at that. The hawk is just watching. It's like, what the heck are you doing? Go back to Malaysia. And those monkeys are like, we wish. And as the sunshine just straightforward takes over my footage, I don't really mind seeing a bird of prey and also a gibbon. How cool is that? Yeah, you can just see the buzzard right here. And off it goes. Whoa, check it out. It's flying majestically out through the canopy. Or is it the understory? I'm no good in geography. Crikeys. And alongside that, we've got more ibis. And more ibis. This is like the bird park all over again in Malaysia. Or is it the National Zoo of Malaysia? Can't see any mandarin ducks here. Whoa. This one just flew, took off, and went to a different perch. Fancy that. This is amazing. I can't see. Oh, there's some. Hang on, are these the same ducks that I saw in Bukit Jelutong? It must have been, because I went to Malaysia last year. Here we are, we've got some ringed teal and some mandarin ducks. I should have made products like that because I went to Malaysia last year and I saw them at some weird exhibit. I bet the people in Malaysia might actually know this as a bit of a genuine repeat or a copycat. And look at that ibis just going crazy. It's flying like mad. Whoa, this is fantastic. Along with some seagulls right on the top. These birds here look a little bit like miniature flamingos because they really depend on, like, you know, shrimp, crustaceans for their red colour. Look at those ducks. They look very tiny. Very teeny tiny ducks. How cute is that? And there's more mandarin ducks. We've got an eyed duck right here, which actually is secluded in this one shaded area here. I think that's a sea duck, that one. And we've got some swans, black swans. I've seen them a lot. Hey guys, what? I fed your relatives back in Malaysia. Remember that trip to Putrajaya? Nope. Too busy preening their feathers, that's all I can really say. More eider duck activity. I think they look like, could be either males in their eclipse plumage, or are they just all females? Oh, thanks for water. There you go, I got a bit of water because it's starting to pick up the temperatures outside. Just so nice. And there's the other edge of the duck pond. There's more ducks right here. Okay. A little bit interesting because we've got red-crested pochard. Is that a male and a female? I've seen that. And what is that? Is that one of the chicks? Oh, that's so cute seeing one of the chicks. Oh, that's so nice. Don't know if it's moorhen or are these coots. So I've got no idea what chicks they are from. Bit interesting ducks here. They look very cute. I don't know if these birds are captive or are they wild. Bit hard to tell. Somehow they're very hard to tell at all times. That pochard is having a great time basking in the sunlight. How beautiful is that? And there's more ringed teals right here. How interesting is that? I tell you what, every time when I go to zoos, there's always a lot of good and bad points. That's crazy. I just saw a pigeon that's straight for pretending to be a duck, and there's another. That duck looks very red. I've never seen that before. Quite a very unusual specimen. Very reddish brown looking colour. And there's a couple of mallards just basking in the sunlight. I think those chicks were moorhen chicks. They might be wild ones, I guess. There you go. I can see one penguin. There's actually one penguin that's actually lying on the beach here. There you go, I can just see one. It's a bit different. There you go, I can see one of its wings has been clipped. It's a bit different seeing... And there's another penguin right there. Right here's another one. There's about two penguins right over at this exhibit. Have they just transferred the penguins into separate exhibits? What is that there? Is that another penguin? Am I seeing three of them? There's actually about four. It's a bit strange. Quite weird. Am I seeing 3 to 4 penguins? It's a bit of a shame though. I think I've actually seen more penguins when I was in Malaysia. I think my gut feeling is that I actually prefer the... what do you call it? And there's another penguin right there. There's about 5? No way. And there's actually... Whoa, there's even more penguins. Goodness me. How the heck am I not that blind? I'm actually seeing more penguins. There's about 8. 7, 8. Am I seeing more penguins? 9, 10. Whoa! There's actually more penguins here. 11. There's actually a lot of penguins in the exhibit here. Just as I thought, there wasn't that many penguins, but there's actually quite a lot of penguins. It's a lovely penguin beach, that one. This one's swimming. Look at the way it just... oh my god. It really makes me think of Club Penguin whenever I see that. Why the heck does it give me Club Penguin vibes? If only if Disney can bring back that game. That would be winner. Oh, look. Oh, look. Oh, wow. I just love the way they swim. Oh, it's a bit of feeding time. Looks like I'm not sure all of the penguins are hungry for a bit of fish. And there's quite a few more here. I think I did see about 11 penguins in total. It's actually not that bad for a number. I've seen quite a few of them sort of basking in the shore here, and there's even more. Why am I seeing Club Penguin vibes? Is it because I'm a Gen Z person? Or is it someone who's actually obsessed with that game? Or someone who has got better knowledge of it? And this one's going to be going underneath here. I don't know if it's going to peck at my feet. I've got shoes, you know. I could water one just as you are. You've got clipped wings. You've got your wings been clipped. That's very important to know. There you go. This is Club Penguin in real life. Seeing all the penguins stating that, do you want to chat and have some fish? Who knows? If one of the penguins get very aggressive, I guess one of them is swearing. And then they could get... Well, oh look, one of them's got a fish right in its beak. Oh man. That's just fantastic. That's fantastic. I can just see about 3 swimming right here. There's about 5, 6, about 8 to 11. I've seen about 11 penguins. Not a bad number actually. That's very good. And they're also outdoors. That's really much more better than, let's just say, like, you know, the one in Malaysia. It actually has a lot much more fresh air, and there's no like rats and flies and all that stuff. It's a much cleaner penguin exhibit than the one in Malaysia. Oh, a bit of a fight going on here on some fish. I wonder what these penguins are chatting about. And there's another one right there. All I can think of is Club Penguin or Happy Feet or anything. I think the 2000s was a great decade for penguins. I can't keep my eyes off of seeing penguins getting fed. This is amazing. Here it comes. Oh, look at that. Look how much fish they're being offered. Just amazing. Looks like this one's... Don't know what I'm seeing here, but it looks like they're a bit confused. And look how waterproof their feathers are. Makes it a lot much more... Very droopy, saturated looking feathers. How cool is that? And there's another one, looking all totally soaked, but they don't mind it because they're all designed for that little purpose. There's 2 straightforward sitting on the rock, and there's one about to come out. Like so, and whoa! Looks like they're all waddling. There's about 5. Of course, I did see a few penguins right here. Who knows, there might be 12. And there's one right there. One right over at one of the hut villages, I like to call it. That's 7. I think the species of penguins I recognise. These are Humboldt penguins. They're all from like Chile, Argentina. No wait, I think they're from Peru, I think, on the western coast of South America. And these ones there, I'm pretty sure these 2 are juveniles. This is... Oh wow, I wonder what they're searching for. They look quite curious. They love playing in the sand here, or walking in the sand. I don't know if I should bring in... Well, obviously you can't bring in a real penguin and play Club Penguin in real life because that wouldn't be relevant, wouldn't it? That would just be totally stupid. If I brought in a real penguin to play some Club Penguin games, that would be totally dumb. Oh look, that penguin has decided to straightforward chase away those ducks. Those ducks are straightforward reposted in the wrong neighbourhood. I think considering I've seen, who knows, 12 or 13? What if it's unlucky or lucky for that number of penguins? And there's people everywhere. Dang. And just as I thought, the number increases. I'd say, whoa, look, there's lots and lots of Humboldt penguins. That's surprising. 16? Would I say 16, 17? That's a good number, actually. Wow, I just had a bit of a chat to the zookeeper of this exhibit, and he told me he's got like 41 penguins. Man, that's heaven. Whenever I hear about that number, up to 41 penguins, that is amazing. That is a fantastic number. And I mean, just because I would say 41 is such a very good number doesn't exactly mean it's a big population. But it's very nice. It's decent. As far as I'm not that concerned, it's great. Healthy. And a very nice population, if you ask me. It's a bit better than the one in Malaysia. I've only just seen 8 penguins when I went to Malaysia. I've only just seen 8. It was just crazy as heck. And what's even more surprising is that look at that sewage pipe. That's actually from the pumper, the pool pumper, where we get all of our water from. Oh yes, this is Club Penguin in real life. If only if Disney can bring back the real game itself, that would be a winner. We want more Club Penguin stuff, yes. We want more of this stuff. Obviously, I think the audience highly agrees with me. We've got some sheep there. That's brilliant if you ask me, because this is all just a pair. That looks like a... Hang on a minute, that looks like a trio of kambing. Delicious. Kambing curry on the menu. Strangely, this exhibit tells me there's tortoises, but right there is a lizard. Is it a skink? I can't really tell what lizard is that.
Look, there's a lizard.
The audience can tell me, I'm sure, what specimen that is. There you go. 2025 is the year of the snake, according to the Chinese zodiac. And guess where the snake comes from? Malaysia. And inside here are some iguanas, but I can only just see bit of tails on here, snippets of its tails right here, and there's a tortoise. Just a very lonely little tortoise. Is it a tortoise or is it a turtle? I think it could be a turtle, because I can see for the fact that there's a pond here. Artificial pond. And there it is! There's another turtle! Whoa! And that there is a lizard. Is that a southern lizard? Lovely. I could do a Filipino event. That's why I thought of it. And look, it's moving. Oh, look at it. It's moving. Oh my god, it's gone to the other side here. And there's another one right there too. Oh my goodness. There's one right there on the background. And there's one here. There you go. You can see a python. Whoa.
That looks like,
That's quite a big snake, that one here. Oh wow, someone told me that this is a Madagascar tree boa. Oh, it was someone else. There you go, there's another snake here. So there's other people around me here, but right over here is another exhibit of what reptile is it going to be? Oh, I can't see anything here yet. There you go, it's another of the red-tailed rooster snakes. We can see it right there. There's its body, and there's its tail. You can see why it's got its tail right here. Personally, I prefer lizards over snakes because they don't have legs. Ah, that took me quite a while. There's the snake skin. How crazy is that? It's a bit strange because they seem to camouflage so well. Here we go. These are some smaller crocodiles. It's a bit funny. They're a bit smaller than the ones I saw in Malaysia. Crazy, isn't it? And that there's a Jamaican boa. You can see its skin right there. I think in Malay we call it ula. Oh, there you go. There's a big snake head. You can just see how big that snake really is. Oh man, and there's some iguanas. Whoa, they're very majestic. To be honest, for me, I'd probably limit the number of reptiles here because I'd hate to dethrone 2024 as the big year for reptiles. They're really awesome, especially lizards and crocodiles. I just saw there's some flies and other insects in that exhibit. That's very interesting seeing that. And then there's the other side here. Oh, there's its face. Well, there you go. These animals are very venomous, as you can see. They're actually quite poisonous, in fact, extremely poisonous. These guys are amazing. Now, these are Mexican bearded lizards. They almost look a little bit like Gila monsters. Something I've never ever seen, but I honestly prefer monitor lizards than those. And right over here is straightforward some sort of waterfall scenery. There you go. And what's even more interesting is guess what? It looks like one of my paintings, the Swiss cheese plants. Oh my god, you can't go wrong with those plants. Amazing. These ones there, these are prehensile skinks. So these skinks come from the Solomon Islands, and they also look like monkeys. I think the other skink species I prefer is the blue-tongued skink or the blue-tongued lizard. Who are we going to prefer them? I should just say what we're gonna call them. But there you go. There's a box turtle right here, and there's the name of whatever specimen that is. I don't have to sound like a smart aleck, but there you go. I'm actually more of an animal type person on YouTube in terms of whenever I go to zoos rather than seeing the castle. It does look fairly interesting seeing this ruined looking castle here. It looks very high. I don't think I can straightforward go up into the top because I need to focus on the animals. Oh yeah, we're going into the depths of dark and very dangerous looking castle right here. Why am I sounding like I'm a person who's straightforward someone else who could keel over and die? It's quite a very historical sort of thing. I'm not into that sort of stuff actually. But what I'm actually after for are the animals. And there's some screams. Oh god, that's scary. Hearing that. And what's very surprising is I can see a lot of like house mice. And there's also like, wow, there's also rats in there too. Strangely enough, I can't see what else lives there. But it does look really, or should I just say rather creepy. Look at all those rats. And we've also got a lot of mice on the other exhibits. Is that Mickey and Minnie? How weird is that? Oh look, this is how the Disney company gives birth to a whole lot of mice. That is fantastic. There you go, we've got some of the rats here. I wish I could keep them as pets. But, oh look, the rats, they're just straight from fighting. Did you just see that? There was a bit of fighting going on here. Bit bigger. And there you go, there's a lot of like medieval stuff right here. Personally, guess what? You know I'm after for? The dragon. That's my zodiac animal. There you go, there's some very interesting historical stuff that you can read, but I'm not going to sound like a complete smart aleck because I think I've seen almost everything. And wow, what is that? Ooh, bat cave! We're going to see what kind of bats are there. I'm quite curious. We've got some fruit bats. I've seen a lot of fruit bats in Malaysia. And we've got, oh, there's lots of different bats. Oh, holy bat cave, look at that. Look at this big swarm of fruit bats there everywhere. It looks like a complete Halloween scene. I think every time when I go back to Malaysia, there's crows, there's bats. They are flying like mad. Yeah. It's quite a lovely zoo here, but as I walk around, it almost feels like it's bleak because it almost feels like that I've seen almost all the animals. Bit funny somehow, bit funny to know. It's quite crazy because who knows? Maybe I have or haven't seen that many. Bit weird, isn't it? But then hey, who knows about that? The one other animal I don't think I found is the lion, but I'm going to go ahead and see what other critters are also in this section here. We've got the wild dog area here, African wild dog area, but I don't think I've seen any. It's a bit of a shame really, but as I'm walking around here, this was the first section of the zoo that I've decided to go into. Oh well, bit of a strange thought, but let's have a look inside here and see if there's any wild dogs. Can we see any? Nah, I don't think they're here. Oh wow, I can't believe this. These are toucans. I thought these are hornbills. What birds are they? Green aracari. These birds are quite rare. You can see about 2 of them, and there's one tucked in the background. And right through the outskirts of Dudley Zoo is, of course, the city centre of Birmingham. How could I never think of it? I think we're straightforward ready to go down. I'm off the straightforward jump cut for this moment because I don't want my tablet to fall down to the ground. Oh my goodness me, I can't believe why am I filming here, because we've got monkeys right there. About 7, probably 8. I might as well probably jump cut here, because I don't want my tablet to get completely and utterly lost. And here's a good closer shot of the monkeys with some sports cars on the background. Wow, can you believe it? This really does feel like going back to Malaysia. There's actually quite a few of them hugging on the background. And there's actually one that's sort of like foraging for food here. Wow, that's really amazing. And there's a loud motor... Oh my god, there's a lot of motorcycles everywhere. This is crazy. You go look at all the monkeys right there. think they're called bleeding heart monkeys or geladas. They look more like baboons, but they're not. Ah, yes! Something just to finish off my beautiful video on YouTube. We've got flamingos. I've seen so many flamingos, and I'm not really surprised. And there's also a couple of... What are these geese? Red-breasted geese. That's one specimen that should straightforward be off the cards on YouTube of today, but that doesn't matter. Because, hey, science and biology rules. And look at them flamingos. Oh man, it's a bit different to the flamingos in Malaysia in captivity. They do them as part of animal shows, but here they're just straightforward casually feeding themselves. It's amazing. And I tell you what, I have to say, that is pretty much about it of what I've just seen so far during my trip to Dudley Zoo. So if you really enjoyed this video on YouTube, and if you really want to see more videos like this, leave a comment and let me know if you want to see more of this sort of content on YouTube. I'm pretty sure about that. So, of course, please give this video a very good like, subscribe for more foot-flat videos in the future, and as always, thanks so much for watching, and bye for now.